our delay. I thought we played really well. I thought we defended really well. We rebounded the ball and we took care of the ball. And those three aspects of the game, when you achieve, and if you're successful in those three areas, which we were, that's why we won. We won. Andrew and Quan were terrific. We shared the ball. We had 19 assists. But I thought, Matthew Wright came off the bench, hit a couple of threes in the first half. It was, to shoot 63% and 63% from threes is, shows that we had a pretty good offensive night, and when you defend and rebound like we did, you have a game like this.
How big was the Demetrius three following his delay?
It was big. They came, they hit a layup, and the concern that I had was that we were going to lose some momentum. And you sit there for an hour and da-da-da-da. But that was a big three.
You mentioned the percentages and things like that. I mean, do you think that was, maybe the best offensive night, the most, efficient, effective offensive night?
I don't know in terms of numbers, but we shared the ball. And you shoot 63%, 63%, or 64% from threes. That's pretty good.
Kind of talk about, again, from Andrew, 39 tonight. It just seems like he's been really unstoppable.
Yeah, he only had 2 fouls. They played him straight up, and and I think Quan really helped him too, taking some pressure off. When Quan's scoring like that, then it's hard to double team. So I thought those 46 points and 15 rebounds from 4 and 5 is a lot.
They played a lot of zone, in the first half.
Yeah.
Really didn't seem to have a whole lot of problem with that at all.
Yeah, we moved the ball. We got the ball inside. We hit some threes that opened up a little bit, and we did a good job going to the offensive glass and getting to the foul line 32 times is good for us too.
Andrew, one of the biggest things with you is obviously that you've been able to stay on the floor, and that's obviously boosted your production. But now it seems like it's at a point now where you're just saying, I'm going to take this game over. Nobody's going to stop me. That's what it seems like. I mean, is that how you've been approaching it?
I've just been trying to stay out of foul trouble. I'm out of foul trouble.
I mean, when you 32 the other night, 30 tonight. I mean, just kind of talk about what you've been able to do, especially lately.
Just play the game smarter.
Coach, it's your second lopsided win against Fordham this season. Why do you think there's such a good matchup for your team?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. We shot the ball. They have a hard time covering Andrew inside. And I think both games, Andrew and Quan played really well. And if you look at them, it's we get the ball inside and forces them to either double team or play them straight up. And the first game, Gaston didn't play, so that gave us a little bit of a break. But we defended, and when you have to defend a 3-point shot against those guys, and have to do a decent job. On Gaston, which he had 18, but I thought Gordon Frazier was a big key as well. But who knows why we had 2 good games against them, but we did. Thank God we did.
Especially coming on the road.
Yeah.
We talked about how hard it is to win on the road and struggles on the road. I mean, how does that make it more satisfying to do what you did to that team tonight?
No, it's like I think the guys really stepped up. We talked about what we weren't doing on the road in terms of defending and rebounding and not taking care of the ball as well as we do at home. And we did those 3 things today, and that's why we won. And I think the kids, they listened and they turned my words into action. And that's good to see. And they understand it's coming to the end, and we needed to win. Get a win on the road, and we did.
Quan, can you kind of talk about the element that you brought to the game, especially scoring, knocking down some of those jumpers? There's a stretch where you weren't really missing either. Can you talk about that?
I just try to play my best off of Andrew, because when he has a double team, he does a great job finding me in the right open spots. So every time that happens, I just try to take the best advantage of it.
I mean, as a team, when you see those threes going down early, Andrew dominating early, I mean, everybody hitting shots like that early, you feel like everybody's just kind of feeding off each other. Just kind of talking about that a little bit.
think everybody just made the right reads, because the main focus of Fordham is to stop them. And once they do that, but everything else opens up for everyone else. We all just play off each other.
Of course, this kind of goes without saying, but speaking of knocking down those threes, how much, 9 last game, 7 of 11 tonight, just how much of a difference that makes for the whole.
It's important because it opens things
shots.
up. They can't double team Andrew as much. So yeah, shooting the ball well from threes. Demetrius was 2 for 2, and Matthew was 3 for 4, and Nicholson was 2 for 3. Really worried about that. But I thought, one off the backboard. But I thought, it opens up the offense. When we shoot the ball from the perimeter, they have to go out and stretches the defense a little bit. It gives Andrew and Quan more room to play inside.
Talk about the importance of playing well on the road. It almost feel like a home game sometime.
Yeah, we have a great crowd. This is a big alumni base, as you know, and every time we come here, we have great support. It did feel like a home game.
We have time for one more question. Nothing?
Okay,
All right, thanks.